Hi beauties, it's Jean with Beauty and the Stamper, and I am so thrilled to be doing a Global Stampers video again. So let's go ahead and get started. We are doing Christmas cards, or gifts or 3D items, whatever the theme is, Christmas. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of my modern Christmas paper, my gold foil, a basic black sheet, and some Whisper White. I'm going to be using the Ornamental Christmas, this Mary here, wishing you peace and joy, and then I'm going to be using this die cut here to cut some of those pieces out. I am also using the hexagon, heartfelt hexagon punch, and I am using the bow punch, which the bow punch is currently retired, but they do have something very similar in the, what's it called? Delicate Pines. I don't have the dies with me, but they do have something very similar in the Delicate Pines bundle or dies. So let's go ahead. We're going to get started. We are doing an A7 card. So that is going to be a 7 by 5.5 size card. It's going to look very similar to this one here with a belly band. And I'll show you this one here. And there we go. It is a fun little fun fold. You can fold it however you'd like. I like it this way, but you could fold it however you like. So I haven't done any of the cutting because I wanted to do it with you. So this will be a little bit longer video. But the nice thing is you just have to choose 2 colors of paper and 1 sheet of designer series paper, plus the inside. Unless you choose this to be white, then you don't need the inside. So let's get started. We are going to start with our basic black. Let's get that all cut and scored. All right, so we are going to take the basic black cardstock. We're going to cut it at 7 by 11. So we are going to take 1.5 inches off of this side here. 1.5 inches. There we go. So we're going to cut that off, and this piece we're going to save that because that's going to be a part of our belly band. Then we have the 7 by 11. Just going to double check my math and make sure that that is in fact 7 by 11. Yes. Now we're going to score. We're going to score at 3.5. And 8.5. So I'm going to open this guy up so we can get it to 8.5 there. I made this card, the one I showed you, in my cruise that we did. So it was a fun little stamping cruise. We had some ladies who signed up. We made 18 different projects, and this was one of the projects, along with a matching envelope. So let's go ahead and we are going to score these down. I'm just going to get my bone folder, and we're going to burnish that down here. And then the same on this side. Now, if you don't like this off-kilter fold, you can fold however you'd like. So you can do it even. You could do it even like closer here. It's all up to you. So there we go. We've got that part done. Now we're going to go with our full sheet. It's a 12 by 12, and we're going to cut that. And I put this away, so I need to get it back out. We're going to do, first things first, I'm going to cut a 1 by 11. So I'm just going to take this 1 inch here. And there we go. So we've got our 1 inch now. That's going to go with that belly band. And this is a 12 inch, so I'm going to cut an inch off of here as well. We're just going to put that right down there. I know you probably couldn't see that real well, but I cut an inch off. Now we're going to go back to this piece again, and we are going to do 6 1/2. So this is a 12. So if I did a 5 1/2, I think that would leave a 6 1/2. So gonna double check. This is my math here. My math working at its finest. Because I want you guys to be able to see what's going on. So you still have tons of paper left. So then we're going to cut this one at 3. Because remember we scored at 3 1/2. So we're going to cut that at 3. And then we did the other one at 8 1/2. So that's going to leave us about 2 inches, 2 1/2 inches. But we want a border. So there we go. And there are 2 sides. I just cut them. If you were going to do it this way, just keep in mind when there's words or pictures that you're doing it the correct way. So now we're going to bring back our different pieces of paper, put away the ones we don't need at this time. And I think for the most part we are done cutting and scoring. So you'll see we do have to still score the belly band, but not right now. So let's go ahead. We're going to get our main pieces put down, but I'm going to stamp this first. And I'm going to grab my Memento Black, and that's just because it is going to be done in black and gold. Now, if you wanted to, you could totally do it in gold and emboss. That would be beautiful. But I have some gold pieces that are going to come on it, so I'm just doing it right in black, making it quicker for video purposes. Remember, my other crafters across the globe, the other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, are going to be doing their videos as well. I'll put the link down below so you can see that. And hopefully you will visit them, each and every one of them. I'm going to set that off to the side for the time being, because while I have this ink out, I'll go ahead and stamp the Merry Christmas. I got it on my finger, so I have to be careful. So I'm going to get that Merry Christmas, and we're just going to stamp it right there. And guess what? That's all the stamping that you need to do in this part. So that is done, unless you want to decorate a little bit more. We're going to get out our heartfelt hexagon. This one fits just perfectly in there. So I'm going to get that right where I want it. There we go. So we've got our Merry Christmas, and that's punched out in the Whisper White thick. Now, getting all my pieces together. We get to glue this guy down. So I'm going to get out my liquid multi-purpose glue. We're going to get this on there. And because of the cut size, it's going to leave 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And that is our measurements. So the measurements will be leaving 1/4 of an inch for the most part. We're going to get this piece here. And again, we're looking at 1/4 of an inch all the way around. I'm going to do this side here. You don't want to leave the glue too thick because you don't want it oozing out the sides. But I do love the Designer Series paper because it you can put this glue right on it and it's not going to be showing through. And that is the magic of the multi-purpose glue and the Designer Series paper working together. So look how pretty that turned out. These are such elegant cards. Now all we have to do is decorate. So we are going to take and add this to this. Now this one is done cut perfectly. You could do a little bit different and use the fa la 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 la, but I am choosing to keep it all the same. So we're going to put this on here again, 1/4 of an inch. And there we go. So we're working on our belly band. And what we're going to do is we're going to start in the back, leaving about the same here in the middle. There we go. Now we know where we want it, so we are not going to score it. We're just going to flip it over. That way we know that it's going to fit, and you can do it a little bit looser if you want, a little bit tighter if you want, depending on how you want that belly band. You just want to make sure that once it can come and slide in and out. So we've got our belly band, we've got our stamping on the inside, we've got our stamping on the outside. So now we're going to glue these two pieces together. And the way I do it without getting glue everywhere is I put it right on this side, and then I put it right on this side. And then when they come together, you know that there is glue and it's not going to be coming out on each side, but both ends are glued together. Well, don't do that. I got glue on my fingers, but that's okay. It's all going to be hidden. I'm just going to try this real quick before that glue really settles. Make sure it gets in there. Yes. So we're going to put that on. Look how pretty that is already. This is a Christmas card, you guys. This could be a wedding card if you choose to do this, or choose to make it, you know, wedding. But Okay, now we've got our Merry Christmas. I also cut out a hexagon with that gold foil. We're gonna take that gold foil, and there is a little crease that I had, and I purposely chose that because the crease is gonna be hidden. Okay, so we're gonna take that Merry Christmas, and we're gonna put right on the back here a piece of glue, and then we're sticking with our 1/4 inch, and we are going to line this up with about 1/4 of an inch showing there. And then we're going to do the other side as well. And it's only going to be showing through the top, so you can make it as long or as short as you want, whatever width you're going to want on there. So I start a little bit longer so that I could push it up. And then when it sets, it'll be nice there. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to push it down just to get it flat and not move it around. So we've got our Merry Christmas now. We can put that right on here. You see it's going to cover that up. Now I told you I have some vows, and of course I lost one. Oh, here it is. Good thing it was gold. I would have never found it. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some in the background. So I've got the black and white and gold baker's twine. I'm going to choose the black and gold, since that is our colors that we're going with. I could go white and gold, but I feel like the black and gold would just be a little bit nicer. So I am just going to put this around a few times and then cut that off. Then I'm going to grab my Stampin' Seal. And we're going to put some Stampin' Seal on here to hold this down at a bit of an angle. I'm going to put a couple on one side, a couple on the other, and just kind of make it a little bit like that. I don't think I put enough tape. Let me grab my other one. But we're just putting some tape on here, and it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, the more that it's not perfect, it seems to be the better that these look. So there we go. Lots of twine on there. Then we're going to go ahead and add some of our pieces. You can put them on the belly band itself, or you can put it on here as well. So I like to put it on here because it's going to lift it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. I am going to again use the tape, taping on each side. And I'm going to put that there. Put this one a little bit of an angle there. And then we'll do this one at an angle. And you can flip it over so it's not exactly the same if you want. And then we're going to do the same here. Oop. So we've got those just hanging on like that. Then we're going to take some dimensionals. We're going to put them kind of in the middle, because remember, this is all going to fit on a belly band. And I kind of think that's enough there. I'm going to get my take your pick tool to take these all off. If for some reason your tape gets too high and you're not comfortable, take a little bit of, well, you can either take it off like this, or you can take some like talcum powder and just make sure that the sticky is gone. So I think I did okay with mine, but just in case. So we are going to take this and I'm going to line it up with that piece there. It should be right in the middle, and it is. And then check that belly band. Make sure that nothing's sticking. And look how pretty this is. Now, I didn't think any further to find out what kind of bling I would like to have. However, I did go ahead and cut a couple of these guys out, and definitely want to make sure we've got that bling on here. So let's go ahead. We're just going to put a dot right there. And then we're going to do the same here. We'll put one right here and one right here. There we go. And so that is the inside. We'll put those down, let them dry. And then we can put our belly band on, and you could either be done at this point, or you can find some type of pretty bling to go on it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to find some bling. Again, I did not prepare for that part. However, if you decide you want to make a card like this, it's going to be on my blog. You can go to beautyandthestamper.com and it will have everything that you need to make this card. I'm just quickly going through. I don't think I have any black at all, so we might be stuck with just the rhinestone basic jewels. And when I say stuck, it's not stuck. I love the rhinestone basic jewels. So let's go ahead and we're going to put this down there. We're going to grab one of these. We'll put that right there. Grab one more nice big one. We're going to go triangular, but not a full triangle. Like nobody's going to be the wiser. And then I'm going to get a little guy. And there's our triangle, but they are off center, so it's not making a perfect triangle. And we do stick with our odds, so we've got 3 on there. So there we go. I hope you like this. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you check out all the other global stampers. And again, if you need directions to this card, you will find it at beautyandthestamper.com. And you guys, last but not least, let's make the card. Now, I do have some larger cards, I believe. I do have larger envelopes. These are not sold by Stampin' Up! Because they don't have that size. But I wanted a size that would fit that card. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your extra piece here. Is that big enough? No, that's not big enough. I'm going to take this piece here. We are going to put some glue down on this piece here, all the way to the edge. And to that middle, almost to the score line. And we'll put some on here as well. All right, now we're going to take your piece here. We're going to put it right toward the edge and on that seam. And then we're going to push it down. And now we know exactly where to cut. To make this perfect and matching. So fun, so nice. And if you cut a little bit, you know, too wide, then it's okay. Nobody's going to be the wiser. Now, look at that. We have a beautiful envelope. Still plenty of paper left from that 12 by 12. And now we have that guy. And then, like I said, choose any designer series paper you want when you're making this. All right, beauties, I hope you like it. If you do, again, big thumbs up. Thank you so much for supporting me always, and I look forward to stamping with you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.